I'm standing here in downtown Minneapolis, and as you can see right across from me is the Hennepin County Public Safety Facility, and there's a one of the buildings right around here is a jail that also functions as a immigration detention facility, or an ICE center, and there's some people here who have some issues with that, you know, as it kind of implies that, well, since ICE is actually an arm of the Department of Homeland Security, the Department of Homeland Security is criminalizing immigration, even though America was actually founded on immigration. There's a crime lab truck. Hennepin County Government Center building.
I want to offer you solidarity today from the national struggle for a $15 an hour minimum wage, and from Socialist Alternative, which stands with the struggle for unconditional legalization for all undocumented immigrants. We're part of the same struggle. Big business in this country, they don't want immigration reform because they want to maintain a separation of an especially exploited group of workers who they can pay a minimum wage, who they can terrorize and prevent from organizing trade unions, and who they can use to blame for the lack of jobs and the economic crisis that big business and the banks themselves created. And we say no.
Voy a traducir lo que acaba de decir el Time War. Está con la organización Alternativa Socialista presentando para la lucha para un mínimo de $15 la hora. Es una campaña nacional. La organización se compromete para la legalización incondicional de todo inmigrante indocumentado. Él dice que estamos en la misma lucha porque los intereses de los negocios grandes en este país necesitan tener dos clases de personas, una de las cuales pueden terrorizar, pueden impedir que organicemos sindicatos, pueden pagarnos el sueldo mínimo o menos, y usar eso para todos los demás trabajadores.
So we stand in solidarity because we know that alongside the fight for equal rights for all, we have to continue the struggle for decent pay and decent lives, decent housing. And so the struggle for a $15 an hour minimum wage is a struggle that will bring up all workers together, that will allow us to stand in solidarity, whether you're born in this country or born in another country, whether your skin is white or whether your skin is black, brown, or any other color. We all stand for an equal struggle for a decent standard of living, and we have more to gain when we stand in solidarity with each other than when we let big business divide us.
Nosotros estamos comprometidos en esta lucha porque sabemos que sin lograr los derechos iguales para todos, no vamos a poder lograr un sueldo digno para todos, una vivienda digna para todos y una vida digna para todos. Por eso nos comprometemos a luchar junto con ustedes, sea cual sea su nacionalidad, sea cual sea su origen o su raza, porque sin esa solidaridad no vamos a lograr nada.
Solidarity.
1st was established as the International Workers' Day for us to remember what happened at the Haymarket Affair in the city of Chicago on May 4th, 1886, when workers were killed in the streets because they were out demonstrating for something so radical as the 8-hour workday. Well, guess what? We won there, and we can win again here. For 9 years in the United States, we have taken back May 1st as International Workers' Day as a day to march and to stand for the workers who are immigrants and for their rights to be seen as workers and not as criminals. In 2006, we all stood up for the first time in opposition to a law that was proposed that would have made it a crime for someone to be present in the United States without a legal immigration status. At that time, I was living in Tucson, Arizona, and the number of people that were on that march in Tucson, I couldn't even tell you because I couldn't see the end of the march going ahead of me. I couldn't see the end of the march going behind me. And I know that here in Minnesota in 2006, it was the largest demonstration ever known in the state at the Capitol for this exact reason. And since then, we have continued to come out every single May 1st to make noise because we know that the international workers who are immigrants in this country need to have their rights protected. Today, we are here again, the 9th year, to demand a just and a comprehensive immigration reform from our Congress. The American dream has always been about immigrant workers providing for their families and to make the lives of their children better than their own. All of you here today represent that same dream, and we can make it real by coming together like we are doing right now. We need to make it clear to the Republicans in Congress, deportation is not a family value, okay? We need to keep our families together. It's the most important thing. I also want to say that we are all here standing in solidarity with those of us who are over in St. Paul today at the governor's mansion to demand that the Minnesota legislature pass a law this session to allow everyone to apply for and obtain driver's licenses that are not tied to their immigration status. The law that we have currently in Minnesota and other states, it promotes racial profiling. It contributes to the deportation pipeline, and people who do have lawful status but have to renew a work permit year after year are constantly finding themselves in a position where they are not allowed to drive or renew their driver's license because they're waiting for the Department of Homeland Security to renew their work permits. And that is not fair. And that is what leads to literally grandmothers being arrested, taken to jail, being fingerprinted, those fingerprints going to ICE, and that person, that grandmother, being put into deportation proceedings. As an attorney working for immigrants' rights and working within the immigration courts and within the other immigration service, I can tell you there are no more noble people in this country than the people who came here from another place just to make their own lives better and to make the lives of their families better. This is what makes America a great nation, and if we forget that, we will not be great anymore. So thank you very much for all of you for coming out today. I appreciate it.
Pues muchas gracias para todos por venir. Estoy aquí para decir a todos, para reconocer a ustedes que este día, el 1 de mayo, ha sido el día para todos los trabajadores internacionales por razón de qué pasó en la ciudad de Chicago en 1886, donde trabajadores han sido fusilados por razón de que estaban demostrando para un día de trabajo de solo 8 horas. Pues es lo que tenemos ahorita y podemos ganar este lucha también. Hemos luchado en los Estados Unidos por 9 años por razón de los inmigrantes reconocidos para ser los trabajadores internacionales que ayudan a nuestro país a ser algo más éxito. Hemos decidido por 9 años que necesitamos una reforma migratoria comprensiva que le da una vía para la ciudadanía. ¿Okay? Y yo quiero decir a ustedes que el sueño americano tiene que ver, siempre tiene que ver con inmigrantes que quieren mejorar las vidas de sus familias y de sus hijos. Entonces, la lucha de ustedes es el mismo que nuestros ancestros han luchado en los Estados Unidos.
Un día las puertas de las cárceles se van a abrir y nuestra gente va a salir libremente. Vamos a tumbar el muro de odio y división que está en la frontera del sur. Y la ciudadanía. Vamos a llegar un día donde el sistema va a reconocer algo que ya sabemos. Todos somos ciudadanos de una familia entera. Todos somos ciudadanos del reino de Dios. Por eso estamos con ese compromiso. Por eso actuamos. Y por eso vamos a ganar. Vamos a ganar. Vamos a ganar.
Vamos a ganar. Vamos a ganar. Vamos a ganar. Vamos a ganar. Vamos a ganar. Vamos a ganar. Vamos a ganar.